Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Fatima. I make all kinds of videos related to makeup and skincare. I review some products and I will give you my honest thoughts. So if that interests you, make sure you are subscribed because more videos like this are coming up soon. I thought what I should do for today is to use my Rephr makeup brushes because they are having their final site-wide sale, and I want you to know my recommendations if you want to pick up anything from their 50% off sale, because they are not going to do any more sales as they say on their website. But the focus of this video is actually trying these new makeup. This is the Hourglass palette that I ordered online from Hourglass's website. This is a custom palette that I made, which I talked about in my Instagram stories. I also picked up two of these Makeup Forever crayons from Sephora, so we are gonna try these as well. Everything else is either some newer makeup or some makeup that I haven't tried before. I have some older makeup that I want to reuse again. So let's dive into this. I'll talk about the Rephr brushes when we get to each section. I have my full skincare routine on. For my foundation, I'm gonna use the Chanel Le Beige foundation. I have the shade BD21. This is not a new foundation and it is not new to me. I've had it for a couple of months, but I haven't had a chance to use it that much, so I'm gonna retry it in this video. I only have Rephr's BO2 from their synthetic collection. This is their foundation brush, and after they released this, they made them better based on the reviews and released the new collection, which is very much like the BK Beauty brushes. They look a lot like this, but with black hairs. I didn't pick up that one because this was enough for me. I also had their concealer brush, but I have a lot of concealer brushes that are better than that, so I'm gonna use those in this video. This is not a bad brush, but I prefer their goat hair brushes. I am working my brush into this. This is the shade. I like this foundation. It is very hydrating, but at the same time, it's not too glowy. So it's perfect for those times that you want to do a glam makeup look and you don't want a too glowy foundation. You can apply a light layer or you can build it up to a full coverage. It is a very versatile foundation, but it is very expensive. This is one side of my face with a light layer of foundation. This is a perfect match for me at this time of the year. What I don't like about Rephr foundation brushes is that they soak up a lot of product. I don't know if they fixed it in their new brush or not, but if I'm gonna buy a synthetic brush, I prefer to buy from BK Beauty. I usually buy my goat hair brushes from Rephr. They are obviously not Sonia G quality, but they are a good quality for the price they have right now. I don't know how the pricing is gonna be after they end their sale, but right now they have good pricing on their website. And if you ever wanted to pick up anything from them, now is the time. And I think you can receive a free brush on your order. What I love from Rephr is this Rephr 35 brush for my concealer. What I usually do with this brush is that I apply the concealer to the back of my hand and then work it to the brush and then apply it to my face. Since we are gonna do that and since we are gonna try these two, I'm not gonna apply my concealer right now. I'm gonna try these two first, then apply the concealer to clean up everything. The two shades I picked up from these Makeup Forever crayons are Endless Cacao and Very Walnut. I feel like these actually smell like crayons, or am I imagining it? It doesn't have a huge amount of fragrance, that's why I'm not sure. Endless Cacao, Very Walnut. I think I had the lip liner for Very Walnut, but I cannot find it here. I don't know what I did with it, but the color is very close. I'm gonna swatch Anywhere Caffeine instead next to Very Walnut so that you can see the shades better. And I also have Endless Cacao in the pen format. The pencils are a bit more drier. The crayons are more creamy. This is Endless Cacao in the pencil format. This is Endless Cacao in crayon. Very Walnut, Anywhere Caffeine. I feel like Endless Cacao in the pen format has a bit more gray in it than the crayon. And I'm pretty sure Anywhere Caffeine was more orangey in the lip liner. This is how they blend out. I have two brushes that I really like from Rephr for my cream bronzer and blush. This is Rephr number 17 and this one is 37. This is a fluffier brush, a more recent addition to their face brushes, but this is a flat brush and this is one of their OG ones, the ones that I think came out a while ago. I really like this one for things like Phytosurgeon's bronzer or highlighters. I like it for the Miracle Balm that I used in my last video, Jones Road Beauty video. In general, it is a good brush for contour, blush and everything else. This is a more fluffier brush. Both are good brushes. This one has more precision. I never use this for my contour because it is not precise enough. I also do like to use the 35, which is the concealer brush that I'm going to use for my concealer for my contour. These definitely are some of my favorite brushes, but these are the two that I use the most in my collection. I'm gonna apply the contour shade with Rephr number 17. Let's apply it straight to the face and see how it looks. These Hourglass palettes are great for travel. I have a feeling this shade is a bit more red tone than the Endless Cacao in the pencil format. I'm gonna apply a little bit more. I wouldn't apply this much if it wasn't for this video, but I want you to see the swatch. The reason I love this brush for this purpose is that it picks up some of the color so it doesn't look too in your face. This is the side of my face with Endless Cacao in the crayon format. This side I don't have anything. I'm gonna apply the pencil to the other side of my face because we can compare them together. I do think this is a bit more gray than the crayon. To be honest, I don't see that much of a difference. There is a very slight change in color with the crayon. In my opinion, it's not enough to justify buying the crayon if you have the pencil. The pencil is as easy to blend out. So if you have the pencil, maybe use that one instead. I was interested to see how the highlighters look. When I looked online, none of the shades interested me. This is a creamy consistency, so if they have a lot of glitters, be very careful, they might look patchy on you. I try to buy makeup for my channel that I know I'm gonna use. By the way, I ordered some of the new Dior Backstage blushes, both the powder and the cream, and I also ordered some of their lip balms. So be ready for a review of those. I don't have a specific brush for nose contour, but Rephr number 12 is also one of my favorite brushes, and I think I even received this as a gift with one of my purchases. This is a great brush. I like it for my eyes, and I can also use it for nose contour, so I'm gonna blend the nose contour with this. The reason I'm trying to get closer to the camera is that I want you guys to see the texture on my skin. So if that bothers you, please let me know, because I think with the 4K quality and me getting closer to the camera, you can see the quality of foundation and how they look on my skin better than when I'm farther away from the camera. Now the other side with the pen. Let me apply the crayon on this side again so that you can see the difference in color. This is the crayon, this is the pencil. I think I like the pencil better. It is as creamy as the crayon, it is easier to work with, also has a more gray undertone, so I like the pencil better. Now let's try Rephr Walnut. I'm gonna apply it straight to my face. And for this, I'm going to use Rephr 37. This is a great brush to use with powders as well, and it fits this palette really well. So if you want something for a smaller base palette like the Hourglass one, this is a good brush. Blends easily, but I don't know if this is something new to the market. I think they said it is a waterproof one. I don't know if I'm wrong. This is actually a beautiful shade, but nothing new to the market. I like Rephr Walnut much better than Endless Cacao. I'm not gonna apply too much because I want to apply the Hourglass ones. I think this is a great natural blush color for me and for my skin tone. That was the Makeup Forever crayons. For my concealer, I picked up this Kulfi Concealer. I've heard very good things about this concealer, especially with people who have drier skin, so I wanted to try this. For this, I'm gonna use my Rephr 35 brush, and what I like to do with this brush is to apply the concealer to the back of my hand and work it into this brush. I always do that with my Natasha Denona concealer. You might have seen it in some of my short videos. So we are going to do that today. The shade I picked up in Kulfi Concealer is Pan Party. This is more like an affordable brand for Sephora. Their makeup products are not priced too high. It is thin and it has good coverage. I think this color is good for me. I'm going to apply it with my finger first to the side of my face. I'm going to take some of it off. This is a great color match for me. So if you're shade twins, this is going to look good. I haven't noticed any clinging to my dry patches yet, but we'll see by the end of the video. This is after one very thin layer with my finger. Now I'm going to use the brush. Since this is a very thin concealer, I think using your fingers or a sponge is gonna be a better idea. That brush usually works better with thicker concealers. I liked it on the side that I applied with my finger. This side, it applied a bit too much. I have some eyelid eczema and I always have some dryness here. So that is not the concealer's fault. You have probably seen it in all of my videos. But at the same time, a goat hair brush, which has very pokey bristles, can lift up some of your dryness on your skin. So if you have any dry patches, try to use a sponge. I think that works the best when you have dry under eyes or eyelids like me. I wanted to show you this brush. It is a great brush. I love it. I'm going over the blush because I have more blush shades in this one, but I'm gonna keep the contour. I forgot to contour my jawline. I think you can see it better on my jawline. It has some red in it. So if you didn't like the cool undertone of Endless Cacao, maybe pick up the Crayon version. This concealer looks to be a good concealer upon first application. It hasn't creased yet. I don't see any dryness. It has good coverage and it is a very thin concealer, which is key for those of us who have dry patches under our eyes. The less you apply, the less obvious it will look. And I think that is one of the reasons this is not looking too dry under my eyes or too cakey. But we'll see by the end of the video what happens. I'm gonna set under my eyes, but I won't do it right now. I'll wait until the end of the video if I remember. I'm going over my face with fingers to lift up any extra foundation, any extra makeup, because I'm going to use powders. I don't want to apply a lot of products on my face. I'm going to set my face except my under eyes with this ambient lighting powder. I have the shade Diffuse Light, and then go with the palette. They have a lot of good powder brushes. Number 5 is a good one. Number 24 is good for buffing. Number 22 is a big fluffy brush, which I think is inspired by Tom Ford's bronzer brush. Number 24 is a bit small for me, so I don't use this one that much as my powder brush or like for bronzer and blush. If you have a smaller face, this might work for you. I think the most I use this one for is with powder contours, or when I want to buff my bronzer or buff my brush into my skin. I usually prefer the number 37 for blush and bronzer because it is fluffier, and I think number 30 is actually a bigger version of 37. This is more flat, more looser. This is a bit more denser, shorter, and more domed, but they are very close in shape, as you can see. This is also something else that I think I bought for $1 for my review. I'm gonna use this as my powder brush. Something else that I like from Rephr is their number 5 brush. These two give me the same application. Sometimes if I need a fluffier brush for my like bronzer or blush and I don't want to use this one because this is too dense, I pick up number 5. These two I really like. This was my favorite before I got this. It is a bit bigger and it has like a pinched end to it, as you can see. But this one is more round. I like them both the same. This used to be my favorite. This one is better for bronzer. So if you want to pick up 2 brushes, you can pick this one up for bronzer, this for blush. From their bigger brushes, As I talked about, I like number 30. Number 22 is also a great brush, which is the Inspired brush by the Tom Ford bronzer brush. If you like that brush, the older version, which was goat hair, this is a good replacement. These two are very similar. This is number 24. This is number 22. Both have a pinched end. This is bigger, smaller, shorter version of this. 24 is a bit denser, 22 is a bit fluffier. I never saw the difference between these when I was picking them up. I thought these are the same size. I remember when I received them in mail, I was shocked that this is so small. If you like bigger brushes for your bronzer, this is a good one. Sometimes I want bigger brushes. This is a brush that I use for my bronzer a lot. This is Sonia G Face Pro. And this is the comparison between the two. Both are pinched. This is angled, this is straight. But I love this one a lot more than this one. It is softer. I don't feel it much on my hand, but when I apply it to my face, this is a lot more fluffier. And this one is a bit looser than this one. That is all the face brushes I have from Rephr. These two are the ones that I have used the least. Let me apply the powder. Since these are goat hair brushes, they are great in picking up the powder. It is a little bit pokey because it is goat hair brush. Every time I use my Hourglass powder, I'm like, why don't I use it more? This concealer looks like it is setting nicely, but it is not that full coverage that I thought. I think I need a color corrector underneath. You can even use this as your bronzer brush. I'm glad I have a setting spray because I'm using a lot of powders right now. Let's get to the palette now. These are the 4 shades I picked up. Mood Exposure, Mood Flush. These are called blushes. And these are the 2 bronzers. This one and this one, they have it in a single format. This one, I think it is a newer color, and this one, I think it was in their last palette release. These ones, not in the Dragon palette, in the second one, which I think is the Evil Eye palette. They had a really great blush shade. This is the newer shade, which is called Mood Flush. This one is Mauve Haze from the Dragon palette, and this one is Dim Infusion. The other newer shade is this bronzer, which is called Solar Bronze. And I'm gonna apply it next to Soft Bronze, which is this shade. These are the two next to each other. It is warmer and it is more cool toned. I was thinking this is more like a blush for me, so I decided to pick it up and see how it looks on my skin. Solar Bronze, Soft Bronze, and Diffused Bronze Light. This is the one in the new palette. This is from Dragon palette, and this is the Diffused Bronze Light that we have in singles. It's also in the new palette I made. These are the 4 shades. From top to bottom, I have Mood Exposure, Mood Flush, Sailor Bronze, and Diffused Bronze Light. I'm gonna use my Rephr number 5. It is a cooler toned powder bronzer. I always was very skeptical about picking up anything from Hourglass Cosmetics, but these powders don't disappoint if you like the colors. I kinda don't want to apply this bronzer that is warmer because I'm worried it's gonna ruin this makeup look, but I have to do it for the sake of this video. This is looking like a very peachy bronzer that is also very glowy. You see, it makes my face a bit too orangey, but it is not a bad shade. It is a bit too dark for me right now. I think I can use this in summer better. And again, my camera is changing the color. It is not this orange in real life. I think this color has gold shimmer in it. Now let's try the blushes. What I want to do with the blushes is I'm going to try this one on the upper parts of my cheek and this one on the apple of my cheek. I'm going to go back to Rephr 37 brush. Let me clean it with my Cinema Secrets brush cleanser. Let's try Mauve Haze first. I really like the size of the palette, a lot more than this size, and it has a good size mirror, which is a great quality. Oh, this is a lot darker than I thought. I love this brush for buffing my blush. Now let's use Mood Exposure, which is something that they have had in their line forever. And I always wanted to pick this one up, and I always wanted to make a palette myself. I am so happy that I received both of those with this palette. You see, Mood Exposure is a very light blush when you are swatching it on your skin, but when you apply it with this brush on your face, it actually shows up a lot more. This is the palette applied to my full face. Now let's get to eye brushes. I said number 12 is one that I really like. It is a very versatile brush for lower lashes, for smudging, for applying darker eyeshadows to the outer corner of your eyes. Very soft, does not irritate my eyelids. It is something between dome shaped and pointy. I have 3 more brushes from them that are in the style. Number 26, number 3, and number 23. These are more of a pointy shape. This one is great as a pencil brush. This one is also. So these do a more detailed job. Between these two, this does a lot more blending than this one. So depending on which one best matches your style, you can pick either of these. My 2 favorites are these two, number 12 and number 3. I think these are the 2 that are the most versatile for me. This is a great pencil brush and I use it a lot, but this can do the job of this, but it also can do more. So when I have these 2, I have more versatile brushes. This is number 3, this is number 12. For a more fluffier eyeshadow look, I have all of these. Number 14, number 13 Max, 14 Max, this is the comparison, 14 and 14 Max. Number 1, which is one of my favorite brushes from them. Number 1 Max, which I thought I'm gonna use a lot more than number 1, but after I received it, I realized I like number 1 a lot more. This is a bit too big for me. And number 15 Max. And this one, which is also another favorite of mine, is number 33. This is great for powder one and done eyeshadows. So my favorites are number 33 and number 1 from the fluffier ones. And if I want a bigger, fluffier brush, I sometimes use 1 Max. I'm gonna use number 33 with diffused bronze light as an all-over eyeshadow. Another brush that I really like from the Rephr collection is brush number 2. I have mini, regular, and max. These are the 3 sizes. These are pinched. Great flat brushes, and they have a fluffier tip so you can use them to blend your eyeshadow as well. I cannot choose between these 3. I love them all. This is the one that I picked up first. Then they came out with these 2, the mini and maxi collection, and then I picked up these 2. If you just want to buy one, I would buy the original one. The max one in application is very close to number 1 for me. It is a bit denser, more precise, but it does the job of number 1 for me. Between these 2, this is a lot smaller and I really like it for packing eyeshadow. But this one is a lot more versatile. I can do the job of both of these with this one if I only have this one. So if you want to pick any of these as the original one, then I would pick up the smaller one. And then if you want to pick up more, you can pick up this one. So these are my eyeshadow suggestions for you. Number 33, number 1, number 2, 2 mini, 2 max. I'm not sure these are any special ones. If you don't have any blender brushes and you want to pick them up because they are cheaper right now, these are in bad quality, but nothing special for me. And this collection, I think it is called Shodo. I did not like this one at all. I think my makeup skills don't match with these. I think I'm not that professional to enjoy these. Numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna use 2 max with Mood Flush, which is this shade. I'm gonna blend out the edges with number 1. This is a great crease brush. I think this is where I'm gonna stop with my eyes. I have one more brush to show you, which is number 36. This is Rephr 36. This is Angie Hot and Flashy A506. Very close in shape. This is much denser, more rounder. This is more like a flat one. And this is another one that I have, which is Anissa Beauty's Angle Concealer Brush. What I like this one for is not for concealer. I prefer number 35 for my concealer. And this is the side-by-side comparison between number 36 and 35. I like this one because it is fluffier. This is a bit too dense for me for my under eyes. And since it is goat hair, it picks up a lot of concealer and doesn't leave anything for my under eyes. What I like to use this one for is actually for setting under my eyes. This is not something necessary, but if you want to pick up more, maybe consider this one as well. Otherwise, you can use your powder puff or any other concealer brush that you have. The concealer is still looking good. This is great for applying powder under your eyes because it picks up some of the powder and it doesn't look cakey. It also is a great shape. Something else that you can do with number 17 is to buff out your face after you are done with your makeup, like what Rephr Pro from Sonia G does, but this is a lot bigger, a lot fluffier, a lot softer. This is more denser, more pokey. I don't like this for buffing my face, but if I didn't have this one, maybe I would have used this. My preference for buffing out my face is number 30, which I used for powdering my face. See how much better it looks now after I buffed it out? This is a great brush. And what is funny is that most of these brushes that I really like are the ones that I received for free or like received for $1. I think number 30 was one of them. Number 12 was another one that I told you about. And I think I received number 5 as a gift with purchase or for like $1. I applied my Rephr Brow Gel. This is not something new. This is something that I have tried before, but I'm trying more to see how I like it. For my setting spray, I'm gonna use the newer RMS Radiance Luxe Setting Spray. I haven't used it on camera yet. I think I used it once in one of my short videos. I love the setting spray. It makes the driest looking face so glowy, so beautiful. But be careful, the nozzle is very tricky. It's like the other one that they have, like the oil and serum. You think you are not applying much, but then you realize you have applied a lot because it is a very fine mist. I like the nozzle on that one better because I feel like the mist is a lot more fine, but this is a great one as well. 3 is enough, especially with the Hourglass powders that are glowy. I wouldn't apply more than 3. For my mascara, I'm gonna use this Kulfi mascara for the first time. The reason I picked it up is because it has a plastic wand. This is one of those that have a pokier tip and you can separate your eyelashes with them. I think with this eye look, this should be enough, but since I want to see how the second coat applies, I'm gonna let this dry, apply it to the other eye and be back to apply the second coat. I'm gonna apply the second coat now. I'm gonna take off some of the excess before applying the second coat because I don't think I need this much mascara with this look. I don't like the second coat. I feel like the first coat was looking so good and the second coat ruined it. It might not show up on the camera, but the eyelashes closer to my eye are sticking together. It applied a lot to the end of my eyelashes. One coat looks good. So this is not a 2-coat mascara. It's a 1-coat mascara. But if you like this kind of a look that it gives you a lot of volume at the end of your eyelashes, you can apply 2 coats. Lastly, I have this lipstick from violete-FR. There's a Violet France. I don't know which one it is. I have heard both. This is the Bisou Balm Sheer Matte Lipstick. I picked up the shade Calcin because this is the only one that I was interested in. This is the lightest shade, more like a nude shade they have. Every other shade was too bright. This has a very close consistency to MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks, also to Generation G lipsticks from Glossier. The color and how it applies is closer to the Glossier ones, but it is as soft as Powder Kiss ones. The Glossier ones are not this soft. Even the smell is very close to Powder Kiss and Generation G, but it doesn't taste as sweet as Powder Kiss ones from MAC. I hate the taste of MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks, even though those are my favorite lipsticks from MAC. Color is very close to Color Cake from Generation G. That one is a bit more peachier, a bit more obvious. This one has a bit more pink in it, so it's a little bit more neutral, and it also is a bit more sheer. I like it. It's very comfortable on the lips too, just like the Powder Kiss and Generation G ones. Alright my friends, that was it for this video. I think I told you what I think about everything so far. If any of my thoughts change, I will let you guys know in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like my video, and if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. I am a newer YouTuber, and with the YouTube algorithm, that will help me a lot. I would also appreciate it a lot if you would share my videos with your friends and family. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.